I was just recording a podcast episode for my other podcast. I've got the Traveling Therapist podcast. So some of you might not know, in addition to being obsessed with AI, I'm also known as the Traveling Therapist. So I'm a digital nomad. I live in Airbnbs with my boyfriend. We just travel around the world. All that to say is there's tons of things you can do with AI outside of using it to run your private practice with AI. So I was just recording a traveling therapist podcast episode with two other therapists, and we all have celiac disease, and we're traveling therapists with celiac disease, which is a super hard way to live. But it got me thinking before I hopped on here. I use ChatGPT a lot to help me with even managing my celiac disease. So I was talking to Christina Cavalatelis. I can never pronounce her last name, but she lives all over the world as a nomad, and she's in Spain right now. And we were just talking about all the different uses of just like the different apps that we have. But one thing I always do, like when I'm in a foreign country, a country that speaks a different language, is I will use ChatGPT. I'll start a new chat with it. You can even design your own GPT around this. I'll start a new chat and I'll say, hey, I have celiac disease. And I'll say, do you know what celiac disease is? It'll say yes. And it'll say celiac disease is classified by can't eat barley, rye, or gluten. And it'll like list a bunch of stuff. And I'll say, I want you to help me identify foods that have gluten in them. He'll say, okay, blah, blah. And then I'll say, okay, but I'm in the Dominican Republic right now and they speak Spanish and I can't read the labels in the grocery store. And ChatGPT will say, oh, that's too bad. You need to look for words that are like this in Spanish, and it'll list that. But what I've done the last couple of times I've been in another country is take a picture of the label when I'm in the grocery store, upload the label to ChatGPT within the same chat of where I'm talking about my celiac disease and all that. And I'll say, I want you to translate the label and tell me if there's any gluten in this product. And you guys would not believe it'll say, okay, here's all the ingredients, blah, blah, blah. It translates it from Spanish to English because it knows I speak English. It knows the labels in Spanish. And it'll give me a list of ingredients and then tell me if it has gluten in it or not. And, you got to trust that it knows what it's talking about, but it didn't steer me wrong the last time I was in the Dominican Republic. It's just a super easy hack to use. And I also use it to have it create gluten-free recipes for me. Sometimes I'll say, God, I really want to eat, this cheesecake recipe. And I'll pop it in there and I'll say, can you translate it to a gluten-free recipe for me? Can you give me all the ingredients that I need? And can you give me the recipe? And it'll do that for me instantly. I'm trying to think what else I've used it for. Make me a meal plan, gluten-free meal plan, gluten-free, dairy-free meal plan. I'm not supposed to eat dairy. I do, but sometimes I'll use ChatGPT to help me do that. So, just an offshoot of one of the things that you can use it for. It's totally amazing. And I don't know if you guys know Gemini, but Gemini just came out with Gems. I was playing with that a little bit. I'm not that proficient with it, but you can use that also like you would a GPT and start building gems over there. So if you prefer Gemini or one of the other AIs, I think it's all probably coming down the pike for them. Another cool thing that I downloaded from AppSumo, you guys know I'm obsessed with AppSumo, was Chat Playground AI. I haven't played with it that much, but with AppSumo, you can basically, get a lifetime subscription to these products that typically would require a monthly subscription. So Chat Playground AI is really cool because it's got like you could choose from four different AIs in the same platform. So I could have Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, and ChatGPT all running in the background. You could put a prompt in and it's going to give you the output for all four of them. So you can see, oh, this is what Claude says about it. This is what ChatGPT says about it. This is what Gemini says about it. This is what Perplexity says about it. And it just gives you the output in four different windows. It's like kind of crazy to watch. It's like, oh my gosh. But you can compare and contrast the different AIs to see which one you like better, which one you'd rather use for different use cases. So I think that's pretty cool. I played with it a little and I'll probably be using it a lot more. They actually have a Chrome browser extension that you can install with it and it follows you around to all your websites. So if you're on a website and you're like trying to type message to somebody, or trying to think of some other places like Facebook. If you're on Facebook, the little plugin pops up and you can click it and it's going to give you different options for which AI you want to use to help you write whatever you're trying to write right then. It's pretty cool. So I would recommend it. If you're an AppSumo member, they have AppSumo Pro where you can like do an annual subscription and get, I think, get 20% off any AppSumo product that you buy. I was just talking to my sister today because she was like, "Do you have an AI that can help me take text and turn it into an AI video?" I was like, "Yes, I do." I've got like four of them that I bought from AppSumo. So it's like Minvo, Video. God, what was that other one called? Let me look so I could tell you since I'm talking about it. Vidboard.ai. I bought that one through AppSumo. What are some other ones? I bought two other ones. Zebra Cat and what was the other one? One Take AI. So all of those are options for trying to like just take a script, put it in, and it's going to generate videos. You probably see these accounts on Instagram. They're like faceless accounts. People really like to use those. And even therapists using social media to try to get clients like to use those sometimes too. So you don't have to like be on video if you're not that type of person, but you can generate these AI videos from a script. Of course, you have ChatGPT or whatever write the script for you. You take the script, you drop it in one of these programs, and it's going to generate an AI like reel for you to go put on a faceless account over on Instagram or TikTok or any of the places like that where you can have faceless accounts. You can do that. You can have it generate little videos, go put it on Pinterest. Pinterest has great SEO. So these are all ways to use AI in these AppSumo like platforms. You buy them cheap and then they get better and better and better, but you always have this lifetime version of them. So Ask Me Anything AI, sponsored by Berries, berries.icu/therapist. If you go check them out, they're freaking amazing. If you're listening to this episode on the podcast platform, make sure you click through to all the links. If you're watching this on YouTube, please look down below the video. I'm going to put all the links that I talked about here in the video. And come join us in the Clinical AI Club. This month in the AI Club, I'm going to be releasing a module on everything SOPs, how to do standard operating procedures in your business and in your life. If you've got virtual assistants or just things that you find that you're repeating over and over again and you can't remember how you did it last time, really important to have SOPs around that. So I'm going to show you some quick, easy hacks around that. And then what was the other? Intake management, systems for intake management. So I'm doing a two-parter, SOPs and intake management for a therapist to run their practices more smoothly. Every single month in the Clinical AI Club, I release a new module with a different AI topic. I give a training video. I give a book of all the prompts that I use to create whatever I create that month. And you can go and copy and paste the prompts and do it yourself in your own AI. And then we also have a live monthly implementation session. So it's a 90-minute meeting where we meet, we just talk everything AI. We kind of geek out as therapists using AI in our private practice. But I'm also there to answer questions if you're going through the modules, you're having any problems with anything, or you're trying to solve for a problem using AI. I can give you insights and suggestions around how to improve it with AI while we're in that live meeting. And then every other second Tuesday of the month, I either have an AI 101 class where we just kind of get to the nitty gritty basics, or we have a co working group where we all get together, kind of work quietly for 15 minutes, come back and chit chat about what we're working on. And I'm always just sitting there for help and support as well. So that's the AI Club. I hope you guys will come join us. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.